Hey Sneak Peekers, I'm Melody, and here we have
Carol.
Gavin.
And Regan.
And in September, we saw that the last season of Sex Education Season 4 was released, and so we decided to do a little pyramid ranking the characters. But before we get into that, can y'all give me a high and low of Season 4?
Okay, I'll start. For me, a high was probably Adam's storyline. I really liked his development,
Yes.
especially when you take into consideration the rest of the show. A low for me, I don't know if this is a popular opinion or not, I didn't like Jean's sister storyline at all.
No, I totally agree.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool. What's on me?
Well, I felt like for a high, I feel like Sex Education did not lose its style at all, and it still looks really good, even though it's changed itself a little bit. Mm-hmm. Although for a low, I was really disappointed for how they portrayed Otis and Eric's friendship in this season. I felt like they sort of messed up everything that was so good about the two of them in the first place.
Yeah, it definitely took a backseat this season, which is disappointing for a finale. Reagan?
I think it's like a lot more modern. I'm only on like the second episode of this new season, but like already like at the start, like the whole new high school is kind of reminding me of like today's society, and I think that like reflects pretty well with what they got going on in the show.
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah. And my high is also Adam and Michael and the whole Groff family. I thought was done so well. And it's a little sad because that was completely separate from the rest of the plot.
Yeah.
And then my low is all of O's character. We can get into that right now. So, where do we want to put our 12th character?
Should we start up with F tier first, or should we?
F tier? Okay, that works. We'll have to put 5 of them in F tier. So, rapid fire, who do we want to put in there? My first vote.
Oh. Obviously.
Yeah.
Okay,
I
I
thought
agree
that she
100%.
was a very antagonistic character. They did not paint
and
her in
for
a good
what?
light.
I did not
Yeah,
understand
no.
why.
Yeah.
Season 4 in general just has a problem with having way too many characters and not having the time to flesh them out like they did with the entire rest of the cast in Season 1, 2, and 3.
Okay.
Next pick?
Sorry, can I just get Isaac on the F tier?
Yeah, go ahead.
He deserves to be down there.
Yeah.
I understand the. Hold on, let me make sure. Here, you can put it. Like, I feel like they wrote him well and his development was good, but at the same time, I don't care. I'll never forgive him for what he did. Nothing they can write for him will make me forgive him.
He's a very hateable character.
Yeah, exactly.
I think, unfortunately, I want to put Cal there too.
Yeah.
Just because they never really got the development that other characters did. And their storyline in this season was a little confusing to me.
Yeah.
Especially
Any
in
other
the new season.
picks?
I feel like we could leave the F tier and we can like move up to the pyramid. Whoever is out, we can figure it out.
All right, let's see.
We should probably talk about the characters who did not return, who are Ola, Lily. I did like Lily a lot, so I want her to be like slightly higher. She was a nice break between like the tension of the show.
Perhaps maybe here.
That makes sense. Okay.
What are y'all feeling?
Yeah.
I agree.
right.
I agree.
I didn't really care for her, to be honest.
Yeah, but
her personality kind of like annoyed me.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I mean, maybe that's why like the two are so well together.
Yeah,
Because I also didn't like her as well.
I don't like her.
Okay,
So I think they should be on like the very bottom. Right?
do we want
very
to
bottom?
Not the very
Put them-
bottom.
should-
Like in the.
F?
Well,
Okay, it's an opinion, but you can put it in.
Personally, I wasn't a fan of her. I would.
I
put
wasn't a
down
fan
there.
of her. I did like
Yeah.
Lily though.
I think we're gonna go Ola F. She didn't
Okay.
return,
Okay.
and
Her and Otis
we
was
don't
just-
have a good.
I would also maybe put Viv in F. I
Yeah.
don't care
Really?
for her that much. And she takes up a lot of screen time that could have gone to other
Other people.
characters, especially in this last season.
She was also kind of introduced late in the game in season 3.
Right.
Yeah.
All right. So moving on to our top 11-ish.
Okay.
Who do we want to
Okay.
put in spot number 12? I'm down to put Jackson.
I'm also down to put Jackson. He was
Yeah.
really well developed in the first few seasons, but this last season he didn't do much.
Right.
I also don't remember him in season 3. at all.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Okay.
not
that
very
makes
good
sense.
for him.
But he was
Forgettable.
a sweetheart. I did love him in the early seasons at least. Okay, who's next?
This,
I vote Otis.
That's a
agree
hot
with that,
take,
honestly.
but I
yeah.
unfortunately agree. He was great in season 1 and 2. He is a very
He's gone
flawed
downhill.
character, but
Yeah.
they didn't he had flaws in season 4, and he just got away with it every single time.
I think
Exactly.
he used to be just like slightly flawed, but like at the same time like it was just more relatable. But I feel like especially in season 3 and 4, he was just like it was a lot more like you wanted to hate him more than like you could like
exactly.
somewhat
I
relate to
agree.
him.
I agree.
So
Okay.
Who
Well,
Ooh, this is getting hard.
I think with the first, at least with the
Yeah.
first few episodes of season 4 and with parts of season 3, I think Jean should be
Jean.
next.
You're right. I don't think
The
they've
new
Movers are
season.
really
very-
ever properly explored Jean's character.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I think that's a solid pick.
Okay.
Moving up to the next.
I love Eric, but I vote Eric because of that one storyline in season 3. I don't know if you guys
Oh my-
remember when he went to this trip and he just like cheated on
Yeah.
Adam. I
They
thought that was
completely
super messed
ignored
up.
that.
I love Eric, but
Yeah.
I agree with that.
Yeah.
That pains me because he was my favorite character in season
Oh, it
1.
hurts to see him there.
And he's very
I still
funny.
love him. I feel like we're in a pretty safe territory. I love all of the
Also,
characters.
Yeah.
What they do with him in season 4 is interesting.
Yeah.
So-
It's a decision, definitely.
I think
Probably him as a girl.
Yeah.
Michael,
He
no.
he had a redemption arc.
I know that's
But
like the
he
best
still
thing
did
about
some pretty
him.
messed up things.
In season 1 and 2, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, he's gotten better, but
Okay.
still, like, I think he should be in like that.
I guess
third level.
compared
I
to
wouldn't-
these
To the other
4,
people,
it's hard to put him any
Mm.
higher. So I'm down to put Ruby next.
Okay, me
Yeah.
too.
yeah,
Me too.
I love Ruby, but yeah.
She was also a character that kind of got a little bit of redemption arc, but
I think her redemption was actually one of the best parts of the show because like
Yeah.
at
a lot
first
of these characters, yeah.
well, everyone like gets their own redemption arc, but her specifically, like she went
Yeah.
from just like a stereotypical mean girl to like being someone I actually really care for.
They created her character really. The only complaint that I have with Ruby's storyline is it kind of like just went over whatever she was with all the bullying and especially with Maeve in the first season.
Yeah. she
And
doesn't fully
she never.
apologizes.
Yeah,
for
Yeah.
They never interact ever,
Yeah.
which was I really wanted that kind of interaction, but still, okay. Last 3 characters.
I think Amy
Amy.
next.
Amy?
Yeah.
Amy,
Okay.
I would vote Amy.
I mean,
Run,
she's grown a
but-
lot since like
yeah.
everything that happened on like the bus and everything.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I feel like
That is my favorite sex education storyline.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Ever. So.
I think these could be rated higher. So I think
True.
Yeah.
Amy should be
Okay.
next.
Okay.
Okay.
If we're
Yeah.
talking
Personally.
season 4 though, Amy also kind of carries the season.
Yeah.
I don't know what
She
she goes right there.
Yeah.
she's there. She's always there
Yeah.
for
Yeah.
everyone.
And she's so loyal and she's so kind.
Yeah.
She's never mean-spirited.
Like they're rated a little lower, but I still think I still love all of these characters.
Yeah.
I love everyone here.
Yeah. I mean, the best thing about sex education throughout all the seasons is that it has such a great ensemble. So even when the writing's a little shoddy,
Yeah.
you still love to see these characters interact.
Exactly.
And now, to our last 2, we have Adam and we have Maeve.
I have an argument for one of them. Do
Okay,
you want me to
go
hear
ahead.
it?
Okay.
Okay, so